to go up on counterattacks and to use his heading ability. Now, on these occasions, Mönchengladbach will have to keep a close watch on Cha Bum, who is one of the fine players who is now the coach of Mönchengladbach. Attacks by Ringels, he's the one that really upset Francis Saint-Etienne. The 2 final games, a 2-game total goal summary, and this is the first game. And I have an idea we're going to see a lot of things happen in this game. We're going to have a lot of action. And Karger took down Matthäus. Karger. Trainers out on the field. Tamashanter that you just saw running off the field. In goal, it's Kneib. On defense, long shot, and it just hit the bar. And rebound taken by the goalkeeper. Not too much trouble. Yes, it is. Goal kick. 5.5 minutes into the first. Hannes coming down. He's got Schäfer on the wing. He's got Schäfer on the wing. Schäfer skies the ball over the net. Goal kick. Takes it. Throws it down into the corner. Back to Matthäus. Matthäus trying to get around his man. Gets through one. He gets around another one. He's inside the box. And just deflected up in the air. Passes off to his left. He's found Schäfer. Schäfer coming down to the top corner of the box. Driving in. Can he cross it in? And is it a corner? Came off one long one. Cuts in. Up in the end. Punched away again by Paul. Now cleared by Laurent upfield. Can they get to it before he goes over? Yes. Into the center. Good. Hurried his shot. Turned his toe up and it went over the top. Goal kick. Into the box. Still on his feet. He's got an open man, but right to Kneib. Schäfer into the center. Just a chip, open man, and a good save. Deflected. 6th corner for Delhi by Ermentrout. Reacquired shot, punch save again. Another corner. Shot by Matthäus. There's the cross. Now watch him come in. There's the up in the air and headed away. Now here it comes. Picked it up, dropped it on the ground, and good forward. Matthäus with a shot. He was going to his right and shot to his left, and Paul was lucky to get his hands on it. Here's a replay of that. Now he'll cut over to his right, and he'll make the swing with his right foot. Watch him come around with it, and it was a twister, and Paul got one hand on it, and you see him shaking. Actually, Kneib came up with that, and I think he punched it in. We'll have to look at it. Here's the corner. Now watch it go out. It goes out high in the air, up in front of the goal. There's Kneib coming up. He punches at it, but he punched it off to his left and actually put it in himself. So really, the goal is by Nielsen. Ermentrout cutting in. Inside the box, cuts across. Oh, almost did it again. There's the header. He was trying to clear it, and it hit the crossbar. Schäfer got the ball and got... Unofficially, a little over 5 minutes. There may be a little bit of injury time. Very early in the game, it was an injury, and it probably will be. There's Bumkun Cha. He decides to not take it himself. He dropped it off. Shot was taken, went over the top. Here it is. Now here you see a little over 3 minutes left to go in the first half. And a mix-up in the defense there. Paul came out and just lifts it in but headed away. Here's Matthäus trying to get in, and he's taken down. Now will they? Yes. Matthäus was taken down. Here he is going in, and there you see coming in and taken down by Borschers. He finds open again is Matthäus, and a great save by just a punch save by Paul. Another one. Go! Paul made a tremendous save. But the rebound went out again, so it's now tied 1-1. Kulik got the goal. And it was within seconds of the end with more effective play, I believe, anyway. All right, Mönchengladbach, long shot by Schäffer. Over the top, big goal kick. In swinger and punched away by Paul. Headed back in by Schäfer. Couldn't quite get a hold of it. Now to Nickel. Nickel can't get his foot on it. Everybody's after it, but nobody can get their foot on it. Lennon tried to get it, and the ball was kicked in, and Paul smothered it. Ringels. Now it's Neuberger. Neuberger, he's got a shot. Wide one, and just batted away by Kneib, and out in the corner goes Hölzenbein. He tries to bring it back in, and cleared by Hannes. And the ball rolls. Borchers in, down, taken down, play on. Borchers picks a loose ball up, comes into the top of the box, shoots, and saved by Kneib. For Mönchengladbach. Gives it to Nickel. Nickel again with a shot, basically the same type. This time it was Paul who smothered it. Ermentrout coming into close to the box. Nobody there to pick it up. Well, Mönchengladbach was very fortunate. High ball into the center, headed away. In the center, and a good shot by Lehnen. Number 11, Lehnen. Here's the cross. Up in the air. Now watch it come down. Bounce up. And there's Lehnen all by himself, and he volleys it. Took it before it bounced. Vine. Beautiful, beautiful drop pass back to Bumkuncha. He drops it off. Long ball just wide of the net. There's the pass off. Here's the shot. Just wide of the net to the left side. Normally a defender. It's the one that will be coming in. He's ready to come in. He hasn't come in yet. Here's a cross by Borchers. Goal! A goal right off Kneip's hands. Good cross. Here's the replay. Here's the cross by Borchers. And there is a header, a diving header, and just off the hands of Kneib. Mönchengladbach. Lehnen. The ball in the center, and a shot taken by Hannes, but it bounced off, picked up by Lehnen, and shot goal! They're not happy with that one. That ties it. Here's Lehnen. He got the ball into the center, and it was bounced off back to Lehnen. Lehnen crossed over again. Open man, and the shot was taken, and into the corner of the goal. Hannes. Back to Hannes. Hannes slips it through. This time it's Matthäus. Matthäus going to get a shot, but it's well wide. Goal kick. Matthäus picks the ball up, gets bumped, and there is Harold Nickel, but he just couldn't control it. But it's going to be a corner kick. I think one of them would like to win this. Long cross into the middle. Goal! Beautiful cross. Kulik, the captain. That's his second goal. Here it is again. Watch this cross. Up in the air. Here's Kulik coming in. He's all by himself. Took it on his head. Just turned his head to the left and beat Paul without any problem at all. Very beautiful header. The UEFA Cup final between Borussia Mönchengladbach and Eintracht Frankfurt ends up the score 3-2 in favor of Mönchengladbach. Mönchengladbach came back. Nielsen scored the first goal for Frankfurt, and Kulik tied it up. Hölzenbein got the second goal. It was 2-1. Matthäus came in with a very fine goal, and then just about 3 or 4 minutes before the final whistle, it was Kulik scoring his second goal of the game, and on a beautiful header on a cross. Just a tremendous effort by Mönchengladbach. They said that they could do it, Kulik, the captain, with 2 goals. Now they go into the second leg of it, the second game. It's a total goal series to see who wins the UEFA Cup for this year. Well, there it is. That is the final score.